Log recording. I can't say if it's going to be a continuation or not. Because the other log was so damn screwed up with the audio, I'm not showing it to anybody. But maybe I should. It's 2:03 in the morning Pacific Standard Time. It is May 27th. I think yesterday was Star Wars Day as well because everyone was celebrating Star Wars back in 1977. No, this year is 2022. Weaver, John C., Rosemead, California. Even if I happen to put the other one over there, I'm going to put a warning on it with a major warning saying volume's low, crank up to speaker high. You'll barely hear something out of me. Especially the way I keep dipping my voice down or lowering the volume a little bit. That hardly anybody can hear me mutter. That's what happens when I fucked up on the damn thing. I'm trying to avoid triggers right now, and I already had some already. People are talking about their parents, siblings. Back in the grief pages I go and helping people out as much as I can, describing what they have to go through and the process that they have to go through. I figure that if I keep doing this and I keep talking about it, maybe these people will get an understanding of grief is a hell of a thing to get through when you're doing your last things in your life. Because now you got to deal with the bureaucracy and everything else. Just say it with a little bit of light humor at this point over here, but it's really not that much funny. It isn't. Especially when you go through the shock of your loss of loved ones or somebody that you may have known, and it still hits you. But I usually talk about loss of loved ones because that's the most painful and grieving, and it is deep. It's all about. In many videos, I've talked about how much my mother means to me, and so is my brother, and how much I've taken care of them for so long. When I'm taking care of my mother, I was just helping out my brother like crazy. I get injured on a job at a Walmart, tire drops in my face, screws up my damn history. I mean, it screws me up physically and mentally that I can't work again. And at the same time, my brother and I are still doing 24/7 on Mama. I never had any days off. Even when I was sick, I was never having a day off. I was still taking care of her. She was bedridden in a hospital bed at home. Living in an apartment complex the last 5 years of her life. It was hard as hell for my brother to tell me that Mom was dying, and we had to prepare for it. I didn't want to believe him until she did. That was the hardest damn thing for me to deal with. Loss of Mama, then I had to deal with my brother. And for a short time, we were doing okay until karma bites us in the ass somehow. Screw up one particular place we had lived in, and homeless, and in an apartment, and surviving. And then my brother's health starts to turn for the worst. Shit. Johnny to the rescue. And deal with his financial shit that's screwing me over too. Then he gets a stroke. He gets multiple attacks, trans-ischemic attacks, that affects him in so many ways that he just couldn't deal with it. He lost his life. He lost the fight. He didn't want to stick around. He just boom. Next thing I know, I'm in the ER, staring at his dead body and seeing the evidence of the war, trying to keep him alive, and he's saying, "No, no, no, just let me die." I saw the evidence of it. Dead body with things sticking out of him. It wasn't my brother anymore. I didn't recognize him. Yeah. Without somebody helping me out trying to deal with the cremation situation. But concerning about the grieving situations, that's a different story altogether because I hardly have anybody else helping me through this damn thing. I go on the grieving pages, I see everybody else doing the same damn thing I am, bawling their heads off. And maybe under other circumstances, they would probably say, "Oh, just leave me the fuck alone. My thing is more important than yours. I'm dealing with it this way." And you know what? I can't do it that way. Because I see how they're dealing with it, and I'm seeing how other people are just saying, "Oh, the poor dear, let's give him some hearts. Let's give him some praying hands," and that's about it. I'm like, you bastards. You're in here trying to pour your heart and soul out, trying to get some comfort, and you're trying to get some directions over here. You can't even give him any fucking directions. You just pray for him, and that's about it. Holy shit, what's wrong with you assholes? So, naturally, I'm telling him how I'm going through this shit. I give him my examples. I give him suggestions on how I'm surviving through it and what's working for me. So I might as well start rechristening my channel all over again, maybe. Because, I've been wanting to try to find out why God kept me up for so many years. Why am I still here doing what? I just couldn't figure this thing out, and I still can't. But if I'm to help somebody else out, I mean, really, advice is one thing, but I don't want to control them. I don't want to create a cult or anything else like that. I'm trying to tell them how the hell I'm doing it. That's why I have to keep telling people when I'm on these videos here, look, this is me trying to handle my own damn insanity at this point over here. Trying to deal with my own mental health going insane. The loss of people I've had in my life that I couldn't grieve over. Now I'm getting overwhelmed. The triggers I get involved with, the emotional tsunamis are overwhelming my ass. The depression that keeps me from doing the things necessary for survival. Not to mention necessities such as cleaning up laundry. Having a laundry room available and get your clothing in there. Get some soap in there if you actually have any. And get your clothing washed. I didn't say dry yet. Just wash so you can get the grimy shit out of her. Not to mention the regular stuff out of your shorts. Ugh. But this is regular life. This is life for me. I deal with a dog that's picky where it comes down for dog food. So now I got to deal with her attitude. I got to deal with neighbors' attitudes around here who are hearing it, but they don't follow through. I hear their music. I hear them laughing and yelling and screaming their heads off. I say the younger kids following suit. Dumb idiots. But they don't even bother to hear a crying man to find out what the hell's going on, especially when he's bawling his head off. Nearly every single day. When I get triggered, I get it. The first trigger goes in. It's like loading a round into a chamber. The ching ching. And the second is usually the click. That's usually when the emotional storm kicks in and thrashes you, drowns your ass. And by the time you're out of it, you're on the beach, drowned out of your ass with emotions and tears and stuff. And you're depressed for days on end. I know different analogies just to say what I've gone through, but this is what I've been going through. The triggers are anything that my five senses can detect. And usually images are starting to be the ones. Starting to be hell, they are the primary ones. I could fix a family meal that I used to fix for my family a long time ago. And I could stop and think about it. Sometimes I'll have the emotional impact kicking in, and other times I don't. How do you screw up ham and beans? It's a question. It's not a trick question. It's just simply a question. How do you screw it up? You don't soak the beans. You don't cook the beans long enough. I used to know how to fix food. I used to know how to do things. Before I lost my brother in 2018, I used to be able to be functioning. I was still emotional, but I was still functioning. I still had a brain that still worked. Other things are still becoming more difficult for me to comprehend or grasp sometimes. Even though I have to do them, and I need to do them. And once I get them done, I'm surprised at myself that I'm actually able to, and I've got capabilities of actually taking care of the damn thing. Holy shit. I keep asking myself, what the fuck's wrong with me? And to tell you the truth, I can't tell you. Because I don't know. I don't know what the hell's going on. I can only tell who's ever watching these videos down the road if they're still having problems concerning about their own grieving situation. How screwed up are they in their thoughts and their feelings? I can tell you that the grieving process screws you up more one way than others. And also, they can affect your physical. It's always necessary, and I've been told this, and they probably are true, that in order to deal with the grieving, you still need to get some therapy for it. I'm not saying meds. I know the doctor is going to be pushing the meds concerning about the blood pressure and the hypertension levels. I still need to follow that. I don't like to. I don't want to. I'm going to have to. Because I sure as hell don't want to end up both like my mother and my brother. Thank you very much. So I still have to follow the doctors. And I don't want to follow the doctors. If you guys have been watching my videos for a long while, you know I don't like the damn doctors. Or the shrinks. But I got no choice in these days. And when I'm forced into backing into a wall and being told I've got no choice for this, just to help me through this, it's pissing me off. But I got nothing else. I've got nothing else. I don't like living off of pills. I forget. If antibiotics is one thing, for about a week's worth of antibiotics, I'll deal with that. But if we're dealing with something that I'm going to be dealing with for the rest of my life, then I'm going to need help on that damn shit, that's for sure. Because my memory and my brain's going crazy. But I know my heart is as well. Not the physical pump, I'm talking about the spiritual. I'm still talking about the spiritual hole in my chest. I mean, the surgeons may repair the physical, but the emotional is where my heart keeps getting ripped out left and right, especially when the people I love are gone. And all I have left is pain and grief. That's it. And then depression. For some of the people who are talking about it, they say there's no way past it. And I have other people with the books and the PhDs saying otherwise and trying to be positive about the damn shit. I could laugh in their ass at this one. Say, hey, I've been through this damn thing ever since I was the age of 4 years old. I mean, I've lost a lot of relatives and a lot of dogs, a lot of people I've left behind. And there's only so much you can cram to be put aside so you can function on a survivability situation, not live and like, oh, I'm doing it so great. Fuck you. That's not reality for me. because I won't be then at that place. I'm sorry. I'm still at the miserable place over here, still mourning people left and right, but I still have to work on a survivability situation. And I've been doing that all my life. I'm 56 years old, turning 57 next year. And I'm dealing with the end of my mortality coming up in the next 50 years or less. Maybe within the next 5 years, who knows? That scares the hell out of me. Because now I still got to worry about that shit. But as of right now, at this point, I still have a chance to live my life one way or another. And I'm dealing and I'm coping, and that's the only thing I can do for right now. So what else can I do? The only thing I could do is talk to people when I can. Talking them on video or social media, maybe. If I could just tell people, I know what you're going through. Because I'm going through it myself. If I could just get one person to understand and to feel it, then maybe it was all worth it. During this time, at night and in the morning hours, is when my body's still fighting for sleep and also wants to fight to stay awake. See, I have insomnia, I have narcolepsy. Narcolepsy's kicking me during the daytime, insomnia is kicking my ass at night. I don't have a circadian rhythm. I blew that damn thing away. So now I nap and sleep whenever I can. No wonder my brain is still going. Bleh. My squishy brain is going even worse. It's shrinking upon itself. That scares me. That scares me. Means my functionality is going to be hit next. My damn habits are going to bury me alive. I've turned myself into a massive major shopper for online purchases, especially when I use food stamps, and they allow them in bulk stuff online. Thank you, COVID-19, for fucking us over. I go to the liquor store when I can to get some extra supplies, such as milk, eggs, butter, cheese. Maybe things I can't get online I can get at a liquor store. But fresh fruits and vegetables, I have to go to a store for that one. I haven't walked in the store for a hell of a long while. It means I have to get the hell out of here. And the problem is I'm still stuck here. Yeah, I'm still stuck here. Emotionally and physically and spiritually, I'm stuck. The only times when I was getting out was just going to school, going to college, trying to complete and compete for courses, and then getting them taken care of. And shortly I'll be graduating. Within a year or two, hopefully. I'm feeling the tiredness going through me right now. My eyelids are drooping. They're fighting me. They want me to put into a sleep state, so I'm going to have to cut this short. But yeah, folks, I know what you're going through. Hang in there. I don't know how long it's going to be, but just hang in there. A day at a time at least. Because I don't know what hell we're going to be going through next. You got me on that one.